do a podcast today of a live stream. We're going to be taking some questions from you guys. We're going to have a nice little hangout here today. I hope you guys like my thumbnail because I put a lot of work into it. It really was not easy to put in all the work, but here we are now. It's just getting to be the evening, so I put a light on so we can see better. Hopefully the light doesn't bother me too much. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much. We'll see if we can make it work or not. The sun sets at around 7 where I'm from in Eastern Canada, so I thought we'd talk a little bit on the news today about some of the things that have been going on, which has been not good. There's been some not good things going on, and I wish it would be a lot better. And I'm starting to think now that I do not like this lighting, but we're going to ride with it for a couple of minutes and see where we can go. See how it makes me dark right away, eh? Okay. So we're going to take some time to let the viewers trickle in, as they always do every single night. Right now, today is Monday night. Monday night chill stream, horizontal. I hope for the viewer watching it's horizontally viewed as well. Not 100% sure, but we shall see. Today I had a really tough day, you guys. I was still sore, recovering from my cold. Not feeling 100%, but I'm live streaming every single night for you guys, talking about the news, talking about the community, talking about things going on in Eastern Canada, in the United States, and around the world. So how's the audio doing, you guys? Is the audio not half bad? Let me know in the comments below. I also have 2 settings for the light, so we'll see if that makes a big difference, and we'll see if not. But for right now, I'm enduring it, and right now it is 7:30 p.m. Atlantic time. Did you guys see my shorts today that I posted? If so, let me know in the comments below. And did you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, and I'm truly grateful for all my likes and subscribers. Ronaldo says hi. Hi, Ronaldo. How is the broadcast coming in rectangularly? Is it coming in good, or is it coming in not good? Right now, my cell phone is to the side like this. I could have it up like that, though, facing front. Silent says hello. Hello, Silent. Welcome, you guys. Come in, make yourselves at home, get seated, relax, take a breather, take a couple minutes to hang out on my live stream. Hello to the 17 people that just showed up. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Canada politics. We're going to be talking about a little bit about U.S. politics, about a certain gang members that are being registered as a terrorist organization. So there's some gangs hanging around that's causing a lot of mischief in Canada, which I don't like. But before we dive into it, we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about the day and a little bit of stuff. Like I said, today I had a really, really tough day today. I was sore, I was tired, I was lethargic, but I ate a lot of food and drank some water. I went to the gym. I had a little biceps and triceps workout. Not very big muscles, but I still got a good pump, even though I'm sore. And we all got to do what we can in this world. Am I right? Am I right to the 5 viewers that's in here? Ronaldo, tell me a little bit about yourself, you guys. Where are you from, and what did you guys do today? But without further ado, let's slowly get into it. Get comfortable, make ourselves at home. Like and subscribe. I'm on every single night at 7:30. That's every single night at 7:30. Oh. All right, so first up, I'd like to talk about the Canadian government announcement today of giving $400 million to steel manufacturing company Algoma. It was talked about yesterday on the news that they were going to help out the steel, but they never said what. And today it was official, and I did not see that coming. Where is Canada going to get this $400 million to pay this steel company? They cited that they want to save jobs and they said that they want to transition to things that's more sustainable. But in my opinion, this is not a good move. We should not be spending all this money right now in Canada. It is way, way, way too much money is being spent in Canada. How on earth is the younger generation going to pay their way out of this one? Seriously. Whew. It is not good, you guys. It is not good at all. Not good at all. Oh my God. You know, I really hope and pray for the day that robots take over, because this is just way too much. It's too much money. It's too much money. You know, the average Canadian got 50 grand in the bank and their whole lives are working every day to just give away 400 million like that. Not good. Not good at all. But we're going to have to see about this lighting. Hey, folks, I'm really not liking this lighting. What about you guys? Are you guys liking this lighting? I think we're going to have to take the live stream to the bedroom here for a second, but we'll see. I'll endure it a couple minutes longer. So, like I say to the 3 viewers, subscribe, please. It helps the algorithm. Give it a like, too. Give it a thumbs up. Every little bit helps, guys. Thumbs up. Elbows up. Save us now. Hello to the 5 viewers. A U.S. government shutdown is looking like it's on its way. Tuesday, tomorrow at midnight, if the Democrats do not get health care of the illegal immigrants, there will be a government shutdown. That is right, you heard it, as if planet Earth was not bad enough. A government shutdown is looming. Not looking good, you guys, not looking good. Nobody wants a government shutdown. But it's looking like it. It's looking like it. So, guys, we're going to have to move this to my bedroom. No choice at all here. Not digging the light that's in my face. I tried to do some camera stuff, but unfortunately, it was just not working out. It was probably bothering my retinas. So we're going to take some time here to clean off a little space and continue getting into the video here. Tell me, where are you guys from? Where are you chiming in from? And what did you guys do today, to the 2 viewers that's in here? And now probably 0. Hello, 3 viewers. You little shits. Did you work your ass off today and hardly get $1? Be honest. Did you work until you were going to frickin' almost die? That you worked so hard you almost died? And everyone treated you like shit, and on Thursday you'll get your paycheck though, right? So you won't be homeless, right? So you won't curl up in a ball and die forever, right? I hope you don't die. I hope you don't die today. So how do you guys like my shitty ass live stream? Does it look like shit? So if my piece of shit mother is watching me, fuck you, you fucking bitch. She owes me $5,000 from my dead father, who's rotting corpse in the ground. He wished that I would get $5,000, and she never even fucking give it to me. And it says on my phone, orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I don't get it. You hope you're doing well, David? Well, I'm not. I'm talking about my piece of shit mother. There. Yeah, she's basically autistic or something there, my fucking mother. She never stood up for me whenever I was a young child. She never fucking had my back when times was tough. She never helped me out at all, actually. When I was in college and I was about to quit, she told me she had $8,000 in special child savings account for me. Hey, bro, what's up, Muhammad? And she's like, oh, David, yeah, you're going to quit college. Now I'll let you know I have $8,000 in an education savings account for you. Oh, and by the way, if you don't use it
if you don't keep staying in school, you're not going to get it. And actually, you're going to lose it all because I made a deal with the bank. If you don't use it, you lose it all. But there is one way to get rid of that. Give it all away to your brother. So I wound up giving $8,000 to my fucking brother. Thoughts on pounding the clown? I have no fucking clue what the fuck you're talking about. What the fuck is clown pounding, you fucking weirdo? Outdoors Canada? What a fucking moron. So anyway, back to my mother about being a piece of shit. She lies down and watches flowers all day, and yeah, so, and she also hangs out with a fat pig sister who is obsessed with Queen Elizabeth, another dead queen who sat around and did fuck all her whole life. But, got everything for free like a typical senior woman. And I don't care if you guys fucking cancel me for that. Not all women are good women. There's a lot of women out there that's just pieces of shit. And there's a lot of women out there that's cutting guys' dicks off, actually. So if you're here for me to talk about that, well, I'm here to talk about that. It's pretty vulgar stuff, but how many trans guys is there out there in the world? And how many trans women is out there in the world? There's way more trans guys out there than women. And you know what? A lot of young men who convert to women, they're having sex with all the men because the younger women are taught to be independent and all that. So they go out and they be independent, but then they'll never have kids and they go extinct. So it's all a trick from the older generation. It's a sick world we're living in. Just what I've heard. Yeah, okay, right. So anyways, never mind what you think, Outdoors Canada. We're talking about myself here. So anyway, to continue on with my story, yeah, I had a really hard life. I had a really, really hard upbringing. My father was a town drunk. He was the drunk of the town. He got drunk maybe 5 nights a week at least. He used to actually cry like a little fucking baby there, watching hockey and that, and then he'd fall asleep sitting down like a fucking chicken. He would sit down with his knees folded like that, like a chicken. And he ate supper every night out of a microwave, and then he went straight to bed, and he died of stomach cancer, actually. And the doctors told me, well, that'll cause stomach cancer, is getting drunk every night and eating microwave food and going to sleep and lying on your right side, which is bad for your stomach, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but you're not supposed to sleep on the right side of your stomach. Outdoors Canada, is it true that the clowns pound you all night long? Oh yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's real cute. That has no effect on me, bro. That has no effect on me at all. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that. So yeah. And my brother, who is like 36 or something now, still doesn't have a kid. His girlfriend cheated on him a couple times, and they got a dog recently to be like a pseudo son for their training or whatever. They don't even know how to calm down a dog, really. But so his girlfriend, her parents built him a house for free. And of course, they recently moved in and they got a job handed to them for free on a silver platter like normal. And yeah, I was talking to my mom recently, actually, and she said, and I mentioned that to her at the McDonald's, and she was like, well, I can't stop them. I said, why the fuck would you want to stop them? It's normal that people move into a house and get fucked and get pregnant. I mean, why would you want to stop that? Oh my God, terrible. Oh yeah, and she also has like salmon rights to the fucking largest, most powerful salmon planet Earth has ever known there. And I tried to say, well, let's as a family try and start a business to that way generate some income for our family. And she's just totally against it. What kind of mother doesn't support her children to be financially independent? I mean, this is a really, really sick woman, and she's really pale, and she never really developed as a real true woman, unfortunately. Her sister makes all the dishes for her. And, she recently started a rumor about me that I beat her up and all this kind of stuff there. And, oh, jeez. But, that's the negative side of women, is that they want to destroy your reputation. They want to destroy your status. And they want to emasculate you as a man. They want to try and even cut your dick off as a man. They want to wear a dick. They want to act like a man, and they want to just totally, they're destroy men, really, and what they stand for. And a lot of the problems of immigration today in Canada is because of older women actually not supporting their men. And I would probably say 1 in every 25 families of a Canadian heritage actually supports their children. And that's why we're seeing the French culture go extinct. And that's why we're seeing the Irish and Scottish cultures go extinct. And that's why we're seeing a lot of the immigration today is because other countries don't have these problems. Hey, Dwagons, what's up, man? Like and subscribe, dude. Help me out. Help out the algorithm, will you? Pop a like button there. You know where it is. What's up? What's up? Tell me a little bit about yourself. So let's check out the other Canada news and United States news. I see here 100,000 federal workers are going to resign in the United States because of Trump. And you know what? Good. Fuck them. Don't come back. Don't come back. Get out and don't come back. If you're a terrible federal worker and you're not actually helping the people and you're just sitting around getting money handed to you for free on a silver platter, get out and don't come back. And to the 6 people liking, if you like what I'm saying, subscribe so you don't miss me tomorrow and every day after. There's a lot of federal workers that is good and nice and positive, and they work hard and do the same thing all day. There's a lot of federal workers that sit around and wait for the mayor and wait for the governor and wait for the minister, and they do nothing all day. And if something doesn't go their way, they'll cancel you or write a letter about you or whatever, or they'll prop up their own kids and they'll push you down. And that's exactly what's wrong with Canada and the United States today. So 100,000 people leaving the federal workforce in the United States is a good thing. Replace them with robots. We don't need these crappy jobs. Robots and AI can do it better. They can do it cheaper. They can do it faster. They can do it more efficient. Hello, Tug Shahur. We're talking about useless government workers. Now, you don't happen to work for the federal government, eh? With a name like Tug, I'm sure you must be. Pretty high up in the food chain in the federal government, eh? You know, wouldn't be someone like me, that's for sure. I'd be canceled instantly. I'd be getting a written letter. Someone would write a nasty letter about me, and then I'd have to be homeless. I have to get food scraps from nuns. Wouldn't that be so hard? But send in you guys there. You guys tug. You guys get free motels. You guys get free jobs. You guys get signed on the dotted line and get everything handed to you for free. And what do people like me get? Talking to people like you, and I wouldn't be surprised if people like you hate my guts. Eh? So to continue on the news now, let's talk about the Bishnoi gang. Bishnoi gang. There's a guy in jail who's Bishnoi, and he's supposedly the leader in Canada. Designated as a terrorist entity, talked about on the news, but of course that gets foreshadowed by Trump as usual. So there's a new terrorist entity in town. They're going to go around and extort you. They're going to beat the piss out of you. And after that, they're going to intimidate you. They're going to cause violence and all that. And after they steal your jobs and rape your women and kill your children, your bloodline will be gone forever, and they'll be walking around the street collecting welfare. So there's a new terrorist identity in town. It's probably long overdue. India and Canada relations are not good at all recently because of a couple of months ago, Canada accused India of doing some bad stuff, which India denied. So fuck India. Up next, a U.S. War veteran from Iraq and a Marine decided to freak the fuck out, and he decided to drive through a church, pull out a gun, shoot a bunch of people, set the fucking place on fire, and get killed by a bunch of cops in Michigan in a town called Grand Blanc Township. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Mormon church. So this guy lost his marbles. He killed 4 people and 8 injured. It's another church killing. I don't know why people kill at churches. I mean, I go to church once in a while and I sit there and I listen to the reverend or the minister or the pastor or whatever the fuck it is giving the speech. And mostly they just talk about God and forgiveness and waiting for holy days to come. And I don't know why you would want to kill people there. I mean, it seems like the opposite of what you would like. What it doesn't really even make any sense. It just scares people from going to church. And church is supposed to be a safe place to be away from evil. So evil is knocking on the doors of churches. Like I say, I don't get it. I don't see why people bother to do it. To me, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, a lot of stuff doesn't make any sense. There's ICE riots in Chicago and Portland, Oregon. Trump is saying there's a lot of immigrants causing ruckus over there, so they're sending a bunch of cops over there. And what takes place after that is probably the Democrats are going to act like a bunch of babies and freak out, like they always freak out. I mean, to me, it just looks like a bunch of people freaking out over nothing. I don't know why you would freak out. But, the news is never really too positive. Pierre Poilievre gave a little speech today talking about, grocery prices are too expensive. Stop taxing groceries. Pierre Poilievre needs to step aside. He needs to throw in the towel there, and there needs to be a new face of a conservative leader, because Pierre Poilievre is never going to win. He's never going to win. He's never in a million years going to win. He can't beat Trudeau. He can't beat Carney. He can't beat fictional characters. I mean, nobody likes the guy. He's too pompous. He talks too quietly. He talks too sternly. He's just not strong enough. He's just not good enough. The last conservative leader just wasn't good enough either, and he knew when to step down. But the conservatives, they need somebody who is actually talkative or something. I don't know, because Pierre Poilievre is just too slow. He's too slow. He's a career politician, and this is his job, and that's what he gets paid to do, but he's not good enough. He's just simply not good enough. He is not good enough. And Jagmeet Singh is simply not good enough either, and everybody knew that, and he knew it because he was a smaller party, but he also knew that he was going to retire with $2 million every year. So he said, fuck Canada and fuck the rest. I want my $2 million a year. Can you blame the guy? I'd shoot him in the trash if I was an NDP minister and tell him to get out and don't come back, but and replace him with someone who's a winner, not a loser, because he's a loser. And you might get mad at me saying that, but he lost. He said vote for me and he didn't win, so he lost. That means he's a loser. It means he's not the winner. That means go away. And hey, even if he did win, but that would mean that Canada would have to try and get better and better. But if he did win, would Canada be better and better, or would Canada be worse and worse off of his policies and promises? Would Pierre Poilievre's Canada be better or worse with his policies? Yes or no? If you guys like what I'm saying, subscribe, because I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow too. Seriously, don't leave me hanging. I know you 4 guys can like this comment. It won't be the end of the world. So Jagmeet Singh is not good enough, and Pierre Poilievre is not good enough. Thank you. Thank you for liking this, you guys. Thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing. Is that you, Outdoors Canada? You like going for walks in the woods, Outdoors Canada, or what? What else we got? Israel says that it's going to end the war with a 21-point system that Trump proposed. Is it going to work? Yes or no? Probably no. If it's going to be no, he's going to attack the hell out of them. The Palestinians, that is, and Hamas. And, so that's not really new at all, but it needs to come to an end. It needs to come to an end, you guys. This whole Gaza thing needs to come to an end. This whole Ukraine thing needs to come to an end, and we need to go into a prosper world where AI takes over everything, and the price of groceries goes from $2 for 3 apples down to 2 cents for 3 apples, because it's going to be the robot picking it. It's going to be the robot watering it. It's going to be the robot trimming the trees and everything else, and not people. So the price of stuff is going to go down. Never mind Pierre Poilievre saying to lower taxes on groceries. A couple of months ago, there was no taxes even at all for a couple of months, but that means that the government made even less money. So what the hell? Darren H. said all world's wars are silly in reality. There's no reason for it. That's right. There's no reason for senseless killing. There's no reason for, if you got 5 people working in a field, that's 5 people working in a field. But if you got one person who kills the other 4, then you only got 1 person working in the field. So it's going to be, eventually, it's just not going to work either. You attract more bees with honey than with bee killer spray, like they say. So that's my rant for today. 3 people just chimed in. What's up to the 3 people? Like and subscribe. There's people jumping in and out all the time. Seriously, help me out. Help the algorithm. Give me a comment. Don't be shy. Don't just pass me up for a sexy lady with big boobies. So we're talking about the news. We're talking about AI. I was just doing a little bit of a rant here today. I'm from Eastern Canada. I grew up in a small town of maybe 500 people, and I'm in a slightly bigger town with slightly more services. I like to talk about my day. Today I went to the gym. I worked out my biceps and triceps. Can you see my biceps here? How's that? And I worked out a little bit of my triceps today. I'm just recovering from a cold. I had a pretty harsh cold where I was sore and tired all day. Are you guys getting this strange type of year for a cold? You live in a small town and you love it. Well, right on, man. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. The only thing that's hard about a small town sometimes is if you stick your neck out too much and if you say something that somebody doesn't like, they try and cancel you or whatever. That can be a hard part, whereas in the city, it's more difficult to get canceled because nobody really knows who's who, right? So Outdoors Canada. Nobody cares, bro. I just want to hear you talking about pounding the clown. I don't know what that means. Is that like a Five Nights at Freddy's joke or something? What's up to the 5 viewers? 4 viewers chiming in. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Share me out. Share me out to your buddies. You want to hear me talk about stupid stuff all night? Darren. Darren says, I'm originally from the GTA, though I've had my fill of big cities. Yeah, I stay quiet because of that reason. Well, that's exactly right. And they know that you're staying quiet for their reason. And I'm sure there's lots of old ladies and old men at the municipality that's even talking about you and wondering about you and making sure that you don't say anything. What's up to the 10 viewers? We're doing a little chill stream today, a little community stream. We're shooting the shit. We're talking about small towns right now. Do you live in a small town? If so, comment below. Scoobs says, Darren touched me. Okay, Scoobs. Hey, Scoobs, do me a favor. Subscribe and hit the like button. I want to see that thumb turn up. Jim Young says he touched me too. Oh, you guys. Actually, I was going for a walk today, and there was a guy on a balcony who said, what is it with small towns and all these sexual fantasies and high libidos? And I was walking with my dog. I said, what the hell is this guy talking about? He was talking to someone on the phone. I don't know, sometimes small town have like underground sex cults or something like that where they secretly, like one time I was living in a small town near Mariah, Quebec, and I guess there was like a sex cult in the woods where people would get naked in the woods and they build little shelters and of course they would have sex or whatever, I guess in these little shelters they were building. And eventually, of course, word spread like wildfire because if imagine one of your buddies walking up to you and says, hey, Ricky, listen, I'm going to go in the woods later with a couple guys there. You want to come with me naked? We're naked in the woods, actually. We're getting back to nature or whatever. I'd be like, what the fuck or whatever. They say, Ricky down the street there asked me to get naked in the woods. Oh, you've never seen anything like that? Yeah, well, there's a few cults and everything like that in small towns. There's also nude beaches where people go to nude beaches. I know of a nude beach. You can still put your clothes on, but imagine you're at a nude beach and you're walking down the beach and you got your clothes on and you see 5, 6 people that's naked walking by and they look at you and nod and smile and stuff and they're naked and you're not. So you're kind of like the odd man out there, normally a naked person is the odd person, but they're the normal person and you're the odd person all of a sudden. So you're like, oh shit, or whatever. And they're kind of looking at you like, take off your clothes. And you're like, oh shit, should I take off my shirt at least or something? I don't know. But, you never know what's going to happen. I got a low battery, you guys. So if ever I get canceled off here, it's because I got a low battery. But I'm going to stay on for you guys, okay? Like and subscribe because I might disappear in the next 5 minutes. You guys, I got a low battery. Darren says, oh, I don't doubt it. I just haven't seen it here. I'm not opposed to a nude beach. If it's like official or whatever, though, to be fair, yeah, it's official. There's a few official ones. Scooby says Darren stole my car. One time I was working on a strawberry farm with 10 Mexicans. And of course, they weren't from where I'm from. They're from Mexico. So they were down there to do hard labor. Hello, Malika. We're talking about Mexicans. So I was working with these Mexicans, and they're not from here. And they were like, there's a nude beach just over there. I'm like, yeah, man, it's just over there. You wouldn't seriously. And they were like, holy crap, we're going to go there. And oh, no way, you must be lying, because it's not common in Mexico or whatever, but I guess it is in eastern Quebec. And anyways, they were like, oh, imagine all the nice women there. And it's like, yeah, not really. It's more so, probably some fat guys, but oh, geez. Yeah. And, a lot of these immigrants, they don't know where they're coming or going. So they just work all day and sleep in a trailer all day. They don't know what the fuck. They don't know what they're doing. Hey, Malika, do me a favor. Subscribe and come check me out tomorrow. I'm on at 7:30 p.m. Hey, subscribe. Help me out. Give me a like. I like your flags there. Tell me what kind of flag is that? The flag rocket. Right on, man. So, yeah, I worked with Mexicans on a strawberry farm for a day, and it was a good experience. And I talked to the farmer, and he said, well, one day you could be a manager, And I said, I don't want to work here for 5-6 years to maybe one day be a manager. You know what I mean? I want to be a manager from day one. I don't want to. So I had sore legs that day and I left. I said, no, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. But yeah, I got to break it. A lot of these immigrants work hard every single day. And I know sometimes I talk bad about immigrants or I'm nasty to them taking over Canada, which is true. They are taking over Canada, but not all of them have good jobs. A lot of them have terrible, terrible jobs where they work super hard all day. And even when they do get their paycheck, they send 75% of it away to the wife in the other country. So in a way, they're still broke. Yeah, and these guys work really hard. They don't have time to work out. They don't have time to chase ladies. They don't have time to get drunk at the bar. All they do is work 90, 100 hours a week on their knees, standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. So it does kind of suck. And if you get in trouble, you get kicked out or whatever. So it is tough being an immigrant. Like it'd be if I was in Mexico cutting up, I don't know, bananas or coconuts all day or whatever there. I probably wouldn't last a couple days really with the stuff that they do. But they say they do it for money and family and all that, and which is good and everything. But you kind of got to wonder how hard does someone work for money and how hard does someone work that they want to give themselves the golden chains of life because they're too scared to be an individual person and go out into the world and just be an individual and do what you like to do. Regardless if you wind up homeless or dying or starving or getting beat up in like one of these new Bishnoi gangs there, getting intimidated by some of these guys. How would you like to be intimidated by a bunch of Indians? Yeah. I could do some seriously funny comedy jokes right now, but I won't because I might get flagged. I'm just kidding. And 90% of them are really, and not, the vast majority of immigrants are nice. There's only some of them that'll kill you in your sleep. Slowly and painfully. What do we got next? Malika says, do you know about the war between Israel and Iran? I thought it was the state of Palestine. As a Canadian, my prime minister officially recognized the state of Palestine. So I think I might have to do that too. I'm not sure. If I don't do it, does that mean I get canceled forever and ever and all eternity? By who exactly? The older generation. Well. What about the younger generation? Well, they're not developed enough yet to think. And then there's me. All right, Malika. Hey, don't forget to subscribe like I just said to you earlier. So besides that, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys were up to today, what you guys like to do for fun. I like to work out. I used to do carpentry, actually. I used to make chairs, tables, all that kind of stuff. I used to like cabinets. I used to do fine carpentry, but I gave it all up, working physical for other people and selling the things that I would create. and I turn that around and just put that into myself from working out. Oh, Malika says, I am Iranian. Do you know Farsi? I don't think I do know Farsi. What is Farsi? I heard the word before, but I have no idea what Farsi is. Is it a type of intuition or something? I don't know Farsi. But sometimes I look at Iran on Snapchat, and I like to see sometimes the younger kids, they take photos of Iran and then or videos, and I get to see Iran by foot, and people walk around Iran, and I join them in live streams as well, and I like to see people just walk around the streets and the clay buildings and all that kind of stuff. Every once in a while I see bombs or fireworks or whatever, or gunshots or whatever. But a lot of times, some of the kids just play on their Xbox and things like that. And sometimes there is power outages, but I do like to check out some of these countries in the Middle East for sure. I like to see what they're doing. But I think in Afghanistan and that they have certain kind of blockers, and I can't see what's going on in certain places of Afghanistan, and even quieter places like Kazakhstan or whatever, which is like below Russia or something. So sometimes I can see and sometimes I can't see. What do you know about Iran? Not much. I mean, I don't really know too much about the difference between Iran and Iraq. I think Iran is a little bit better than Iraq or whatever. Like, I think Iraq is more hostile, and Lebanon too can be pretty hard or whatever. If you say the wrong thing, you get in trouble. I know a lot of the women have to dress up and cover themselves in various places, but Iran, I'm not really sure of Iran. I guess I don't know anything at all. I mean, I know in Iraq and Iran and various places, a lot of historical sites got blown up, unfortunately, uh, because I guess they don't want the history to be remembered. I guess they don't want people talking about it or knowing about it or something. I know a couple of years ago there was certain places that where events took place where historical sites were blown up, unfortunately, which is what I mean. It's not going to come back if it got blown up. I mean, no disrespect, but it sucks. Where I come from, we don't really have the kind of history that Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan has, because where I come from, we come from the middle of the woods. So if we had little houses or whatever, it just got decayed in the woods. But in Iraq and Iran, some of the clay stuff can last for hundreds of years, right? In the heat and everything, and the caves. And some of the historical sites there last a long time. Oh, you do not understand English? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. Maybe there's a way you can translate. I don't know. I don't have closed captions for Iran. I could check. Sorry. Hey, everybody, to the 3 people chiming in. We were just talking a little bit about Iran. This person was asking how much I knew about it, and I just started talking about some of the historical stuff. Where I come from in Eastern Canada, we don't have too much historical things because a lot of it decayed in the woods a couple hundred years ago. So if we have historical stuff, it's like big buildings or something. Do you like Israel and America? Says Malika. That's an interesting question. Do I like Israel and America? I mean, I don't think I like any country, actually, in the world. I don't like any country. I don't even like Canada. Actually. I don't like I don't like I don't like what America is becoming, and I don't like what Canada is becoming, and I don't like what Israel is becoming. And I wish we could all do better, 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 more, more, more. When time passes by, you think planet Earth would get better and better, and it kind of does maybe financially, but a lot of times the world seems to be getting worse and worse and worse.
with the polarities and the negativity and things like that. So it's tough. It's tough. And right now I'm talking to 0 people. So that is pretty tough too. So I had a few people chime in there today, but yep. What's up? Yeah, so seems like every time that I go on the news, geez, look at my traps, eh? It's like those sound effects. Yeah, I love my trap muscles. I hardly work out, but they just grow and grow and grow no matter what I do. So, hey, to the one viewer, if you could do me a favor before you dip out of here forever and ever, like and subscribe. And I know that's an annoying thing to say because every time somebody says it, it's like, it's a shameless plug. It's annoying. But seriously, it helps us so much, man, more than you'll ever know. Even if you like unsubscribe like 5 weeks later or whatever, or 2 weeks later, screw it. Just do it anyway and help a brother out. I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just give me a comment. And yeah, whatever. Maybe you're my annoying ass mother who hates my guts and wishes I was dead too. You could be that person chiming in. Yeah, you could be that person chiming in. That's probably who you were. So today was a little bit better of a live stream. Every day is a little bit better. You guys want to see me eat stupid stuff and do like a mukbang video? Oh, I actually could eat right now. I don't think I'm going to eat anything though. Not in the mood. Not in the mood to eat on camera. So I'm going to call it a live stream tonight, guys. I'm going to log out. It seems like it's a little bit quiet. I think I pretty much hit my peak viewers or whatever. So why not call it an early stream, eh? Unless you got something to say. One viewer, I'm going to be logging out here any minute. Yeah, so that's about it. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. If ever you guys are checking out my live streams later on, right on, be sure to comment. I always answer. Check out some of my shorts. I post shorts and live streams every single day, and I'm on live at 7:30 p.m., sometimes 5 p.m., and I post shorts at 1:30 p.m. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next video.